Blindsight is a hard science fiction novel by Canadian writer Peter Watts, published by Tor Books in 2006. It won the Seiun Award for the Best Novel in Japanese and was nominated for the Hugo Award for Best Novel. The story follows a crew of astronauts sent to investigate a trans-Neptunian comet, dubbed Burns-Caulfield, which has been found to be transmitting an unidentified radio signal. Their mission leads to humanity's first contact with extraterrestrial life. The novel explores themes of identity, consciousness, free will, artificial intelligence, neurology, game theory, evolution, and biology. The story begins in the year 2082, when tens of thousands of coordinated, comet-like objects of unknown origin, nicknamed Fireflies, burn up in Earth's atmosphere in a precise grid formation. As they fall, they briefly broadcast across a vast range of the electromagnetic spectrum, catching humanity off guard and signaling the undeniable presence of extraterrestrial intelligence. It is suspected that Earth was completely surveyed in one swift operation. Despite the magnitude of this event, later called the Firefall, human politics soon returned to business as usual. Shortly afterward, a comet surveying satellite detects a radio transmission coming from a comet, which is named Burns-Caulfield. The narrow-beam broadcast is directed toward an unknown destination and does not intersect Earth at any point. As this represents humanity's first opportunity to investigate alien contact, 3 waves of missions are launched. The first consists of lightweight probes sent for a rapid flyby. The second includes heavier, better-equipped probes, and the third is a crewed ship, the Theseus. Powered by an antimatter reactor and captained by an artificial intelligence, Theseus carries 5 cutting-edge transhuman hyperspecialists. Among them is a genetically resurrected vampire who serves as the mission's nominal commander. While the crew remains in hibernation during the journey, the second wave of probes arrives and conducts a compound radar scan of Burns-Caulfield's subsurface. This action immediately triggers the comet to self-destruct. In response, Theseus is redirected mid-flight to a new target, a previously undetected sub-brown dwarf deep in the Oort cloud, designated Big Ben. As Theseus approaches Big Ben, the crew awakens from hibernation and discovers a massive, concealed object nearby, which they suspect is a vessel. Upon being uncloaked, the object instantly hails them via radio, communicating in a variety of languages, including English and Chinese, and identifies itself as Rorschach. The crew deduces that Rorschach must have learned human languages by passively monitoring communications since its arrival, likely sometime after the dawn of the broadcast age. Over several days, the humans and Rorschach exchange numerous questions and answers. However, linguist Susan James eventually concludes that Rorschach does not truly understand the meaning behind the words being exchanged. Probes launched into Rorschach reveal hollow sections within the vessel, some containing atmosphere, but all saturated with intense radiation that renders remote machinery useless and would kill a human within hours. Despite this, and over Rorschach's objections, the entire crew except the mission commander conducts a series of short exploratory missions inside. The ship's advanced medical systems are used to help the crew recover from the radiation exposure. Inside, they encounter evasive, fast-moving 9-legged organisms, which they name scramblers. They manage to kill one and capture 2 for study. The scramblers appear to possess far more brain power than humans, though most of it is devoted to controlling their extremely complex muscles and sensory organs. They behave more like immune cells within a larger organism, dependent on Rorschach's radiation and electromagnetic fields for survival. Crucially, they seem to lack any form of consciousness. As the mission progresses, the crew wrestles with profound questions about identity and the relationship between intelligence and consciousness. They begin to theorize that human self-awareness might be a rare evolutionary byproduct, perhaps even a disadvantage, consuming resources without offering much Darwinian benefit. Conflict eventually erupts between the crew and the scramblers. Theseus ultimately decides to sacrifice itself and the crew, using its antimatter payload to destroy Rorschach. One crew member, Siri Keaton, the protagonist and narrator, is launched away in an escape vessel, beginning a decades-long journey back to Earth. His mission: to relay the vital information they've gathered to humanity. As Siri drifts back toward the inner solar system, he picks up disturbing radio signals suggesting that the vampires have rebelled and may be in the process of exterminating baseline humans.